a quick review on unit rates and graphs. So here we have a graph with Benjamin, and Benjamin is on a hiking trail, and here we have two measures of data. So on our x-axis, which goes to the sides, this represents the time in hours. Okay, now our y-axis, which is vertical, goes up and down, shows us the distance in miles that Benjamin did hiking. Now, as we look at our graph, you notice that there's a 10 right here and a 20, and it doesn't give you numbers before it, but obviously this graph is going or increasing by twos. Um, so right here on our x-axis, this is 0. This would be 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Now, and over here, I went ahead and showed you that on the y-axis, how it starts with 2. This is 10. Right below it would be 8, and so forth. Now, if you notice, there are two dots that are here. The reason I put those dots there is because these are the only times we know for sure how much distance he did in so many hours. For example, if we look right here in 10 hours, remember this is the time, in 10 hours, he was able to hike, if we go up, he was able to hike 8 miles. And in 20 hours, he was able to hike this number right here. So what number is this? So we start at 10, this is 12, 14, 16. Okay, so that's what these dots represent. Now, why wouldn't we have dots on the other ones over here? Because let's say you wanna, let's see at 4 hours, what happened? So this is 0, this is 2, and 4 hours. If I go up, it's right here. Now, if you go this way, we don't know exactly what the distance is because it's between 2 and 4, but it could really be any number between 2 miles and 4 miles. It could be a decimal. We don't know. So whenever we're trying to figure out what the unit rate is, we are only looking for basically these dots right here. Now, I made it easy for you guys and gave you the dots. In some of these problems, you guys have to find these points right here. So I want to know what was the unit rate. I want to know the unit rate. So what is unit rate? Unit rate is basically taking your distance per hour. So we're going to go ahead and draw a line. And our distance is represented by our y over our hour, which is time, and that's our x. So anytime you want to find unit rate, you always divide your y by your x. Now let's look at distance. I'm going to go, let's see here. I know this distance right here. So at 8 miles, because that's the dot for distance, how many hours did it take him to do 8 miles? It took him 10 hours. So I'm going to put 10 for the hours, okay? Now, all we're going to do is put this in our calculator. So let's go ahead and find our calculator. And all we're going to do is take 8 divided by 10. And the answer is 0.8. So my answer is 0.8. The distance was in miles per hour. So this tells us that he was almost traversing 1 mile per hour, but not exactly 1 mile because he only was able to do 8 tenths of a mile per hour. So that's basically all you have to do, guys. All you have to do is take the number on the y and then divide it by the number on your x. So we had divided 8 by 10. You could have also chosen this point right here, which was 10, 12, 14. You could have chosen 16 divided by 20. So 16 divided by 20, if you, let's look at our calculator. 16 divided by 20, we would have gotten the same answer, 0.8. All right, so this is a quick lesson on unit rate.